Hey YouTube, Maddie's Daddy 12 here with Dylan Lanham, more commonly known to you guys as SideKicker08, and Eathan Johnson. We're gonna do a quick debate about some of the upcoming ban list, what we think should be banned, could be banned. Before we do that, we're gonna do a quick interview with Eathan. Eathan, how long you been playing?
Since the game first came out.
All right, what's your some of your creds?
I have 3 top 4s with Gladiator Beasts and a top 8 with Glides.
That's about it.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to give us a quick run through on some of the cards that we're going to talk about. And by quick run through, this is what I mean. So, if we have time, that's what we're getting to. So, quick, guys, going to talk about what we think should be banned. Sidekicker.
Yes.
Yes.
That's all I have to say to it. It wins games. It can turn a losing player into the winning player of the game and win the game for you easily.
Seen a lot of games swing because of this card.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's just because it's so random. You can top deck it and win games. It's just really a random win. You don't really need those in any kind of card game. Just random wins.
All right. Next. Eathan, you want to start with this one?
Sure. It should really be banned. I seriously doubt they're gonna ban it because it sort of hurts the X-Saber archetype. And there's some Fableds coming out, and the Fableds can really use Rescue Cat too. So we're probably gonna have to keep it. But
So
it
even
should
though,
be banned.
yeah, even though it's overpowered and you think it should be banned, they're probably going to keep it around.
Probably.
Yeah, because, I mean, you can probably say this for numerous cards, but, you know, this is one card that should definitely get banned because of the X-Sabers being able to explode so much. But it goes with so many other deck types besides X-Sabers, like the Naturias that are coming out. It can be splash into Glads for the the Test Tigers and the Sam Knights and just random other stuff.
All right, next on our list, this is one that I think could possibly get banned, is Gores. I've seen a lot of people, just like Brain Control, go from on the borderline of losing the game to ending up just wrecking their opponent's face because they drop Gores.
Honestly, I don't know much about it since I'm a Glad player, and Gores dies to me. But I mean, I don't know if they can ban it because it does kind of keep a check on the overpowered cards that they already made. It stops OTKs. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one thing that Konami hates is any kind of OTK. They just any kind of FTK and OTK. They just hate that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's gonna stop that. But I don't know. I just see a lot of games swing because of it.
Not getting banned, Mr. Matty's Days 12. Not getting banned.
Next up, one that is on the restricted list that I think should personally be at 2. It was at 3. They moved it to 1. I think it made zombies overpowered, and Konami's apparently scared of the dark because zombies scare them. So they decided to take it, and they thought it was broke, so they moved it to 1. I think it's going back to 2.
Yeah. You know, 3's too much. Personally, I'm a zombie player. I prefer not to play the D Hero zombies, DXZ, DBZ, whatever it was called back just a little while ago. I preferred, just the straight zombies with abusing the burial and the Mizuki and just doing that loop with the ditching and everything. And, it was good at 3. It's not too good at 1. I think 2 is a good balance for this card. It keeps a check, and it's a good draw power. And, I mean, it's not awfully broke, but it is pretty good, though. 2's good.
yeah, 2's a good balance. I don't see any reason.
All right. Next, Eathan, you want to talk about Chaos Sorcerer possibly going to 2?
Yeah, I mean, it really got restricted because of Lightsworn more than anything. It was pretty balanced and everything else, but Lightsworn's kind of dipped off here lately, so they might put it back at 2. But with it, Lightsworn does get better again, since they don't have to worry about all their stuff getting hit by Starlight Road.
Do you think we see a surgence of Twilight if that goes back to 2?
Yeah.
I don't think not so much a surgeons, but more
more of them being played.
Oh, absolutely. Because of, I mean, it's splashable at 1, and I mean, it's even more splashable at 2.
All right. Sidekicker, one that you've already mentioned, Mizuki. With Burial still at 1, I could actually see Mizuki go to 2.
You know, I don't think zombies are all that good anymore. But Mizuki at 3 and Burial at 3 is all I gotta say. I mean, that's it. Plague at 3 also. No, really. Mizuki at 2, Burial at 1. You know, it still leaves the option of having the second Mizuki. It doesn't bring them. I don't think it brings the deck back, but it makes them more playable than what they are.
I personally think it should stay at 1. I don't like how good it gets. Even with 1 Burial played, you have too many synchros. I think 1's fine. Burial could go back to 2 before I'd let that.
Next, I don't really think this should move. It's on the list at 2. I think Treeborn Frog should stay at 2. I don't think moving it to 1 hurts any. I mean, you know, I don't think it really matters any. Yeah.
Several of the Monarch decks that I've seen at our locals, you know, a few of them, they're only playing the 1 Frog. And, I mean, in mine, you know, I play the Frog Monarchs, which I'm definitely playing the 2 Treeborn Frog, and it's just amazing tribute fodder, and I don't see why people wouldn't play 2, but I think 2's solid on the Frog. I don't see no reason to put it back to 1.
It's not overpowered at 2, I don't think. I think it's fine.
Alright, next, Dandelion, which went to 2 also with Treeborn Frog. What's your thoughts on it?
I don't know, Dandy War has kind of fallen off here lately. And I kind of like it, the fact that there's still the concept of the deck. So I like it at 2, but it may be a little overpowered. So it might go back to 1.
Alright. Next, we have some things that are not restricted, that are open to play, that I think could possibly see some restriction. Mistworm.
With all the Infernities out, you know, they're able to go multiple Mistworm per turn. I think having this at 3 just is one of the reasons that that deck can explode so much. If it goes to 1, it puts a pretty good check on them. And, I mean, other stuff needs to get hit too, but...
Yeah, other stuff in Infernities need to be hit, but I agree with Sidekicker on this. If Mistworm goes to 1, if you can get past their 1 Mistworm, then you limit their ability to be able to OTK you.
It forces them to go other levels.
Yeah.
In the 9.
Any thoughts, Ethan? Pretty much covered it.
Sure.
Ethan, you want to take this one?
Such Toad, Frog FTK is bad. If that went to 1, it would fix it a little bit. Personally, I'd like the ban of Mass Driver before that goes to 1, because Mass Driver's a thing that really does things.
I kind of disagree with you on that. I think Mass Driver going to 1 kills that deck. I think this card going to 2 fixes some of the problems with the Frog Monarchs.
Frogs usually only run 2. They can run 2 or 3. I mean, 2's not really going to do anything. I'd rather just see Mass Driver banned because it finds a way to get broken like every format.
Next, going to do these 2 together. Dark Soul and Fought Roll.
As an X-Saber player, I've seen what this deck can do, and I know that it shouldn't be played at these both at 3. I think a combination of 2 and 1 or 2 and 1 would settle it.
I just put Faltro at 1. I think that's decently covers it. Because it's searchable by Dark Soul anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, last but not least, D-Prison. I really feel with Bottomless Trap Hole being at 2, that D-Prison should be at 2, especially since it's being played at 3 in about everything. Any real comments on that? I don't really guess that affects the game very much at all.
I only play 2 in my deck, so I mean, I don't...
Yeah. It's dropped off in play a little bit here lately.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could definitely see it going to 2, since Bottomless did.
Alright. That's about all the time we got, guys. Subscribe. Comment down below. Let us know how much you love us.
Look for us at GenCon.
Yes, look for us at GenCon.